Yes, I'm very excited about talking about the Timken Family Cancer Center. You know, we have exceptional cancer care, and it has been our focus for a long time. We have very talented physicians and caregivers, state-of-the-art facilities and care, but we don't have one location for that care. And our cancer services are fragmented. They're all over our campus, and that makes it very difficult for our patients to access.
It's likely that everyone knows someone that's been affected by cancer. As Americans, we have a 1 in 3 risk of being diagnosed with cancer at some point in our lives. But the good news is there continues to be more and more cancer survivors every day. Today, it's estimated that there's over 15 million cancer survivors. But these cancer survivors need follow-up care and treatment, just like newly diagnosed patients do.
When you're going through cancer, it's very stressful. One of the things that you would always do, I used to hate this part about it, but you know, initially when you arrive, they always took your blood pressure and weighed you. My blood pressure was always up, and they said, well, your blood pressure's up a little bit. And I would say, yeah, I had to walk a mile to get over here. And it's very stressful.
So now at the Cancer Center, after 20 years, there's a lot more cases, maybe due to a lot more testing, early testing. Our population's getting older. So it's pretty crowded in there, especially when you look at caregivers there with every cancer patient.
I think space is a big thing. It was so cramped back in there from the first time we came. Like she said, there wasn't as many patients, but to the third time when she's getting her treatments and you're in a little cubbyhole with 3 other people getting chemo, and the lack of privacy, the lack of a caregiver, and the patient being able to communicate when you've got other people in the room with you.
The first time we had cancer, we had to walk down a very long hall to these 2 large dark wooden doors. And at the time there wasn't much artwork or anything on the wall, so it was hard walking down that hallway. But I've said in other settings, once you open those doors, and the people that work in that cancer center were just unbelievable and so uplifting.
When you get to actually become a cancer patient, your needs are unbelievable at different times in your situation, and the lighting can affect you. The temperature, if you're taking a platinum chemotherapy, it gets you a cold sensitivity.
You know, I spend 3 weeks. I spend 3 weeks out of my month at the cancer center. I'm there once a week for 2 weeks, and then I'm off a week, and then I'm back. So it's important when you go there and you're sitting in that chair for 6 hours or more. I don't sit there that long. But, you know, to feel at home and feel comfortable. And I think they do a great job of, you know, welcoming you now, but just to have it all under one roof and to have it new and shiny and calming and welcoming is going to be great.
I had great doctors, great nurses and staff, but still the cancer center has much to be desired. Going down a long corridor with the sign at the end that says cancer, crowded waiting rooms. It was somewhat difficult.
I can remember going with your dad in his infusion and sitting in the infusion bay, and there really wasn't much room up there to have, you know, people with you, and sitting on piles of books or boxes, and yeah, and sitting in that waiting room, it's just super crowded, and yeah, it'll be nice to have all the services in one area.
Cancer care is complex, and there are many specialists involved. The Timken Family Cancer Center brings all of them under one roof to provide that next level cancer care and coordination. This project truly creates a comprehensive cancer center in our community.
So I think it'll make a big difference having radiation and medical oncology all under one roof. I think it'll help to have clinical trials right there and help to have a very collaborative team approach, because one of the things we feel our patients are always hurrying up and waiting and communication, and I think it'll make a huge difference for the better to have one facility which has enough space for all the different teams to work together, interact together for the best of the patient.
So we're hoping that with the Cancer Center, if everyone's together, so if all the physicians and the providers and all of the other ancillary staff that help us take care of patients who have cancer, if we're all together, it's going to help improve communication and collaboration, because instead of right now when I need to talk to the medical oncologist, I send them a message. And then what I'll be able to do now, or I guess once the Cancer Center opens, I'm going to be able to take a quick stroll, one pod over and say, hey, I'm seeing so-and-so, I think she's having a problem with this, or can you see her real fast? She has a question about this.
I think the value that it's going to add to us up there is giving the confidence and the comfort to the patients who don't know that they have cancer yet, but are very anxious and worried that they have something going on, knowing that they're going to be getting the best care.
I'm very much looking forward to having the Timken Family Cancer Center. I think it is going to make the entire patient experience a lot better. I'm looking forward to having all of the specialties under one roof, being able to curbside other doctors about conditions that I may not be more familiar with, and also having it be easier for the patients to go from infusion therapy to doctor's visits to seeing the nutritionists, clinical trials. I think it's just going to make the care a lot more easy to navigate for the patients, and then also promote camaraderie amongst the physicians.
So by putting everything under one roof in one place will make it very distinctively clear how these operations are being conducted. And then over and above all, it will make easier for the patients and the families to have all the services provided in one area, making the access easy. It would certainly be an easy parking, get into the Cancer Center, and then finding a very coordinated way of locating where the services are, which is what we lack right now.
The goals of this project are to improve the experience for patients and their families, provide that comprehensive care in one location, and provide enhanced collaboration between providers and the care team. The Timken Family Cancer Center will transform cancer care for patients in our community in what is likely their greatest time of need. This project consists of a 2-story on-campus addition consisting of 45,000 square feet of new space. It also includes a complete renovation of our radiation oncology department, including brand new state-of-the-art equipment.
So we've been involved with the planning of the Cancer Center, and believe it or not, for years, maybe a decade-long process. It has taken that bit time because it's a big project. From the concept to why do we need it, to finally taking off, raising the funds, and then shaping out the plans, like what our needs are. We have interviewed the patients, we've got the professionals, architects, the building planners, everybody together to say this is what we need.
The entire process has been actually very community driven, and I was surprised by that. So one of our first planning meetings, they invited prior cancer patients and people from the community, and they wanted everyone's input on what can we do to help make this the best place for our patients and the people in the community.
I've kind of been involved a little bit since the beginning with the planning and stuff, and I think it's awesome that they've included patients like us and get our experience, because that's important. It's important to have our perspective too.
I was a radiology administrator, imaging director, cancer centers manager for 41 years. In my whole career, the several cancer centers I helped renovate or build, I never saw the amount of detail that was done with this center here, right down to the chairs and whether they have plug-ins for your computer systems and whatever, charging. It's amazing. It's amazing. This center here is built for the cancer patient.
I was involved in some of the small group charrettes and some of the planning and the what ifs and some, big wild ideas. of layout, and I really hammered home the experience of the caregiver, mainly because I saw people pushing wheelchairs. I always saw somebody with a cancer patient, to help them drive home from chemo or from their infusions, or just being there with an extra set of eyes and ears. So I was involved in some of the big wild ideas, and I think they did hear my voice that we have to take care of those who are taking care of the cancer patients too.
I'm really looking forward to this new cancer center. I've been here since I was an intern in 1992, and it has been my dream to be in a unified environment which is able to provide the best care for our patients, where the patients feel like they have a place to breathe, and we all can collaborate as a team, and just where it's bright and sunny yet peaceful and calm, we can give them the best possible care but also give them the best possible environment. So I'm very excited and cannot wait.
I think we're all very, very excited to finally see some ground has broken. We've been talking about this for a long time, and also listening to other people, I think we've been talking about this for many more years since I was even here. So to see it finally come into fruition is very exciting. We talk about how things are going to change on an almost everyday basis, and I think we're all looking forward to moving in and taking good care of our patients.
We came back from Florida especially to be at the groundbreaking. The weather wasn't the best, but it certainly didn't dampen the enthusiasm that we felt. We thought that Mr. Timken made a real nice talk to the group, and it was really great to see.
It's a huge number, and it's one project. And it tells you a little bit about the people who are willing to be donors and to step up and to make this project work. And I know one of the major things they always say about cancer is you want to reduce stress. The idea of reducing stress means you have something close to you with your friends, your family, and you can come here and get the treatment you needed instead of going 60 miles north or going south or east or west to do the same thing. And in that respect, I really think this is going to be a tremendous thing for Aultman and for Stark County and for surrounding areas as well.
In the background, you could see the start of the program, of the construction. And it was a great feeling. There's over 100 people there, and you could just feel the enthusiasm that was there.
And Barb Bennett gave a very touching testimonial. It was very emotional. It was just an emotional day. It was an exciting but emotional day.
Overall, I am thrilled to be part of bringing this new cancer center to fruition in our community.
We knew going into it that we were going to need the support of our community.
So our tagline for the campaign was "Together We Can," and actually we have a great announcement to make that together we have. We have completed our pledge and met our goal, and it's very exciting.
And we'd like to take this opportunity to thank the community for their generosity. People were very generous and very open, and for that we really appreciate the community, Stark County. We appreciate the hospital, first for their support, second for their contributions. They really stepped up.
Thank you. The cancer patients thank you, and they will thank you. It's necessary. This center will meet their needs and hopefully exceed their needs of the patients that need it.
I know something like this is very expensive, and I know that the people of this community and probably a lot of other places have been extremely generous. And speaking as a cancer patient, I can't tell you how much that means to know that we have the support of the community to help us through our journey. So I would definitely say a huge thank you to all the donors.
Thank you in advance. I think people who give I think we have to learn how to give from the heart. And dealing with cancer is your heart. So the people who have already donated and the people who are going to donate, I say thank you. I'm grateful for where I am, and the people in the future who are going to need the treatment of this cancer center, I'm sure they'll be grateful too.
To all the donors who have given their time, money, volunteer work, I would like to give them a very special thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of myself and my colleagues, all of the other oncologists, my staff at the Cancer Center. We truly appreciate all that you have given to our community, to our center, and we look forward to being able to serve you in the future. Thank you.
Takes my breath away, it really does, because I see such a need in our community, and just from personal experience. And I just can't thank the donors enough from the bottom of my heart for their support of Aultman Health Foundation, for this program, which I see such a need in our community, and to be part of the team that put this together is such a beautiful legacy and really helps sustain our community. So my message is thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'm the same for me. We personally donated because we see the need, because we live through it. But for the ones that haven't had to do it and hopefully never have to, we thank them immensely for seeing that this is something that'll make the Northeast Ohio a better place to live, especially in the Canton, Stark County area.
It's a beautiful legacy.
Yep.
I think we'd like to make a special thanks to everybody, the community, the Timken Foundation, the Women's Board, the hospital, and all those behind the scene that got us to where we are today. A successful campaign that was not as difficult as you would think it was, because everybody's been touched with cancer, and to bring a facility to match the care that you're going to get is just a great goal, and we're glad that we're going to see it completed next year, 2022.